Has America taken its protein obsession too far?
I eat 200 grams of protein a day.
It's an essential building block for the body, for everything from creating enzymes, hormones, antibodies, to growing and repairing cells, bones, hair, skin, nails, and yes, your muscles. For the fitness conscious, the pursuit of protein becoming a daily mission to ingest as much of the macronutrient as possible. Big name brands like Sweetgreen are jumping on the protein bandwagon. The company known for salad bowls recently offering a bowl with not much salad actually in there, packing what they claim is 106 grams of protein per serving. That's a lot of chicken. You can now find protein potato chips, protein popcorn, and even protein-packed versions of the usually carb-heavy pasta. Powders and drinks promising 30, 40, and even 50 grams of protein in just a few sips. The same protein dial-up happening in the world of protein bars too, like the wildly popular David bars, packing 20 grams of protein with 150 calories and no sugar.
Just a cheat code, honestly.
Experts say for a sedentary person, someone who doesn't really work out, you should get about a gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. Or for someone that's 150 pounds, about 50 to 60 grams per day. But for people who exercise a lot and are trying to build muscle fast, many fitness-minded folks throw that number out the window, doubling or even tripling it.
I ate 12 eggs a day for 30 days.
It seemed to work for Olympic athlete Michael Phelps.
It's the only diet that lets you eat whatever Michael Phelps eats. And as you can tell, it works wonders for me.
And it's not exactly a new trend. Remember Rocky? Yes, eggs are one food protein is found in naturally, along with chicken, red meat, and fish. And protein-packed products are beefing up. One study showing the U.S. protein supplements market reached more than $10 billion last year, and that number is expected to double by 2032. But experts say all this protein filling your stomach instead of other key nutrients might not sit so well.
We're not going to be getting enough of the foods that we know are extremely health promoting. Things full of fiber, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, full of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals. They promote heart health and longevity, right? If we're really just pounding the protein, we're not going to be eating enough of those things, which of course could really kind of impair our immune system and cause things like heart disease and type 2 diabetes, weight gain, and then certainly constipation for some folks too because of that lack of fiber.
And eating too much protein even has some direct risks.
It's our kidney's job to filter out excess protein. And so imagine if we're just pounding the kidney with all this excess protein, it has to work really hard to filter out some of that excess protein.
So while many Americans will try to push their protein to the limit, experts warn it's not always the more, the better.
Dr. Syal joins us now from his family's kitchen in Arizona. It looks so lovely. I'm glad you're getting a chance to be home for the holidays here. And a lot of people will be sitting down with their families for Thanksgiving dinners. A lot of protein in there. Is there like, we talked about it a little bit in the piece, is there a downside to too much of it? Like beyond just, some of the things that you laid out?
There can be, Hallie, and before I answer that, I just want to show you this. I pulled into my parents' house a few hours ago, and look what I found here in Mom's side of the pantry. She's in on it too. So this is.
Does she do it? Does she actually put it in the smoothies or the coffee?
Oh yeah, and she's got her little creatine here too. It's not just the protein. She's all in on this. It's not just the bros. It's expanding everywhere, and it's become such a mainstream movement. But to answer your question, Hallie, about the are there too many risks? There are a couple things we really need to highlight. One, for people with kidney disease, people with problems with reduced kidney function, we do warn about them taking too much of this protein at once, because like you heard in the piece, the kidney's job is to filter that excess protein. But really, Hallie, the one that I really love is the lack of fiber. With people eating all of this protein, that's the problem,
right? Yeah.
Fiber, Hallie, a lot of people don't know this. A lack of fiber is linked to high cholesterol, to high blood sugar, and even colon cancer. You are eating a lot of that protein. You're missing out on that key nutrient, Hallie.
The journey to get fiber, it is just like such a journey. So my executive producer is specifically asking for her Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday. What should she be eating for good fiber and good protein? Obviously the turkey.
Obviously the turkey. It is. We have a little graphic here we've pulled up from the USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture. You can see how much protein is in that Thanksgiving meal. Turkey's it's a fabulous source of protein, by the way, Hallie. It may not taste the best, but it's 24 grams a serving. You can see there are total about 40 grams in your Thanksgiving plate. Green beans, including 2 grams, some in the mashed potatoes. If you're like my mom, you're probably going to try to sneak some of this protein powder into the mashed potatoes. Who knows what's going to happen on Thursday, but very much looking forward to this dinner, Hallie.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.